and Madara's so mad because everything he sacrificed, even his brother, for commitment to like the war and the fight. So he really doesn't want to make peace. Madara said he had no choice but to make peace with the first Hokage's clan because that's what his people wanted. But then when they joined with the Fire Nation, they elected the first Hokage to be the real Hokage, like the official first Hokage. And Madara immediately was like, we can't do that. We need an Uchiha in power. So he went to his people and he was like, we have to fight back. The Uchihas have to be in power. And this is what's interesting to me. Not one single person from the Uchiha clan supported him. So I think that says a lot about Madara, and it kind of makes me think of when Itachi called him a bitter old washed up loser. I also think that Madara's version is very biased because he thinks that he was criticized for having personal ambitions. And I don't think that's probably what people's issue with him was. It really seemed like he wanted war when nobody else wanted war, and he didn't understand like people are sick of dying over it. And then Madara leaves the Hidden Leaf, and he thinks he had been betrayed by everyone when he leaves. I don't know, though, but that's what he felt. I also am curious about this thing that he carries around through these flashbacks. I would like to see that and what that is. And then he says he came back to declare war on the Leaf Village, and it shows the fox while he's saying it, but Madara doesn't reference the fox during this time. And then apparently the first Hokage and him fought here, and the first Hokage beat him, and he was believed to have died there. So as a response to a traitor attacking the village, his brother is then named the second Hokage. So it kind of also makes me wonder if Madara set everything into motion. He attacked the village, and as a response to a traitor, they make him the second Hokage. There's another instance later that I feel Madara sets everything into motion with his bad decision making, but this is the first one. So he puts the Uchihas as the police force, and it's supposed to look good, but what it was basically a slick way to remove them from leadership from the village and keep an eye on them. So the Uchiha people obviously start to notice what's up, and so they start forming a group to kind of figure out how they want to respond to this. So with all those tensions brewing, the Nine-Tails attacks the village, and everyone knows that the Sharingan can tame and control the Nine-Tails, so the elders think that an Uchiha was behind the attack. Madara says to Sasuke he was not behind the attack, that it was a natural occurrence, but I don't believe him. I do think Madara was behind the attack, but he doesn't want to admit it, because then he'd have to admit to the chain of events that it set off next were actually Madara's fault. And the fox hates Madara. The fox knows Madara's name and hates him. If Madara didn't send the fox, why would Madara know him? This also brings us to why they ordered Itachi to do what Itachi did, but I think this video is too long, so we'll do another video about Itachi.